name is Katya, and today I'm in Half Moon Bay. It's a town about 10 miles to the south of Pacifica along the coast. I would like to take you on a tour of an open studio in a gallery, Natasha Foucault. Natasha not only paints and creates paintings and clothing, but she also creates a very magical and beautiful world of painted silks. And today I would like to take you into this world, and I'm sure you will enjoy and open a whole new world for yourself. And now please follow me inside this world. Hello, Natasha. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, where you come from, and what kind of art are you doing?
Yes, hello. My name is Natasha Foucault. I came from Moscow, Russia 32 years ago, and my home now for the last 32 years is San Francisco. And I work specifically on silk. Everything I do is on silk. It can be fine art, wearable art, interior decorations such as curtains, pillowcases. So I can say silk is my life.
Wow, yeah, I can see that there is a lot of different things on silk. There's clothing, shawls, all kinds of incredible things on silk. And Natasha, if I may ask you, why silk? Why silk as a medium?
I graduated Moscow Art Academy, so I was a kind of a formed artist who did a lot of oil, ceramic etchings. And then at some point, I contracted hepatitis B. In Russia, they reuse needles, so it's a pretty sad story, but I'll try to make it short. I was not supposed to use any toxic materials after that because my liver was, damaged. So I knew of silk painting. We had a course on silk painting, and I thought maybe I'll try to make it a fine art media. So I'm still trying. 43 years later, that's how long I paint on silk.
Natasha, and can you please share with me a little bit about the themes that you capture and reflect in your art?
Sure, my main two themes would be landscapes and still lifes. And I work from the nature. I take photographs when I travel, or I sometimes set up still lifes in the beautiful places I visit. Sometimes it's a fantasy, but it's kind of not my main direction. For example, here's a photograph which I took in a place named Cortona in Tuscany. And what I'm after in this case is reflection in the glass. This is actually the plaza, Cortona Plaza, upside down in that glass of white wine. So, and then I usually try to follow what I saw pretty closely, but I add my feeling, my color sensation while I'm looking at it. So here is the painting which I did from this photograph. So it kind of shows what the process is a little bit, right?
Wow. So you basically get your inspiration from the surrounding that you see, right?
Exactly. Yes, the reason why I'm on the coast is that we are so lucky. We live in the most beautiful place on earth, I think. And I go to the beach morning and evening, and I find most incredible views. Like this one here is a lighthouse, very close from here, Pigeon Point, and I got to see this amazing sunset. And actually now it's a winter coming, the most incredible, colorful sunsets happening.
Wow, I really love the vibrancy of the colors there and the fiery sunset.
Yes, yes, it was amazing. I might be able to show you that picture too, but anyway, here's a harbor, Half Moon Bay Harbor, and you know, that's my endless inspiration. I like boats very much and reflections. So I would say that my specialty is water, reflections, glass. That's what I, you know, always been so attracted to, so I have a lot of that. And I say about 80% of my paintings have water in, you know, different form or shape. It can be reflection in ocean, river, puddles, or glass, or, you know, liquid. So
Yeah, or even a glass of water, wine.
exactly.
You can see the reflection.
Exactly. And you know, I am water sign. I love to swim. I live in the water, so that's it reflects in my art. And I also think that silk is very liquid, especially when silk dyes go on silk, which I'm going to show you a little bit. They spread. So that's where for me it correlates with glass and reflections because it's watery, liquid medium. So that's why I think glass comes out very interesting in that.
So one other thing I wanted to ask you is, every artist, I think, is inspired by someone or something, right? So where do you get the inspiration? Where do you get inspiration to paint, to be creative, to recreate the world around you? What inspires you?
Well, in my college years, I did study art of many artists, and I have a lot of favorite artists that I absolutely adore. Van Gogh. I love Klimt. Uh, by the way, I do, you know, variations of Klimt paintings. I just can't stay away from him. He's amazing. What is amazing about Klimt to me is that he combined figurative and abstract in one piece of art so successfully. So yeah, I do have inspiration in modern artists, and but mainly I would say nature itself inspires me the most.
The nature, wonderful.
Yes.
Natasha, if you were to say in one sentence what it is to be an artist.
I can say it in one word. It's happiness.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's probably the best description of art that I've heard from anyone before.
Great.
It's very concise, but this word, I think, encompasses it all.
Right, right. No, you know, if you do what you absolutely love to do to, you know, save and more without what you can't live at all. If you do it every day, that makes you happy.
Natasha, if you could show us a little bit the process of creating a painting on the silk.
Of course.
Where do you start?
Okay, I start from a sketch, and in this case, I'm working on a new painting from my last trip to Canada. This is
Where in Canada is this?
in Montreal. one of the parks and reflections on lakes. So I have two photographs I work here with. You know, often you can't have in one picture everything you need. So I have a close-up of very amazing looking ducks. I think it's really cool. And bigger picture of that park. So I stretch white silk on the frame. It's like, you know, wooden frame.
Where
Silk
do you,
wrap
is this a
around.
natural silk? Where do you
It's
get
a
this
natural
silk?
silk. It's silk crepe de chine. I get it in, there's several companies who cater to silk artists in the US. They bring it from China. So I stretch white silk, and then I have to use the substance named Gutta. Gutta resist. So what it does, you see this duck is white. So I outlined it first on the white silk. It's a clear Gutta. And my dyes will not get into that area. They will stay. That's what stops the dyes. Have another interesting function, like right here. You can do close up of this area. This is yellow dots. So I painted this area yellow. When it dried, I put the dots here, and then I covered it with red. So I have this very mild application of Gutta in this case, because it's like, you know, not white. It can take any color it's applied on. So what I'm going to do now, I will wet the silk a little bit, even though it does spread anyway, but I just like to put a little more water on it. So what I'm trying to do here, I do preliminary.
And what kind of paint is this? Is
Oh
it
yes, this is silk dyes. This is special dyes
special?
which made for silk. And in this case, I use combination. It's Red Label Jacquard and H. Dupont French dyes, and Jacquard is American dyes. So they water-based. And after I done painting, I steam them. And steaming makes it permanent. So if water gets on the piece or, you know, anything, you can even like wash it in the washing machine.
Wow, where do you
So,
steam?
I have a steamer. I have actually two different size steamers at home. So it has to be, you know, exposed to steam for 6 hours. That's what set the dye, and it also kind of bring them out, make them brighter. So it's
How long does it take you to, like for a painting like this? How long will it take you from the conception of the painting through the actual process of painting and steaming?
right. This is a small size. This is the smallest size I work on, 18 by 24. So this is not very long. I would say maybe 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah, because the bigger pieces usually like from 8 to 12 hours, depending on complexity of the subject.
And do
Yeah.
you paint it just all at once, or you would start and then come back to that later?
Yeah, actually, I do try to paint it at one, you know, attempt, because everything freshens your memory, because it's changing, it's liquid, it's moving, so you kind of have to be in tune with it. So yes, you can't paint many layers, and you can't correct. If it's there, it's there. You can't erase. You can add something there, but you know, it's correction of silk painting. It's a quite a interesting thing. It almost never looks like you expected it in the beginning, because the leaks might happen or something else, and
So silk is not very forgiving.
it's not forgiving at all. But it's wonderful. It's you know, I have a feeling that it's alive, it's shimmering, it's changing with different light.
Like the
Behind me,
water that you like,
yeah,
right?
behind me, yeah, I have one which is lighted behind with LED strips, so you know, it's transparent.
And what do you want people to see and feel when they look at your art?
Well, you know, my art is happy. I like, you know, emotions. Sometimes it can be quiet, but in most times I don't like tragedy in art. I'm kind of like in a happy side. So I want them to feel happy. Also, I think the painting is actually a mirror because it makes a person to see what's inside of him. It awakes certain things in the person um, which respond to what he see in the painting. So everybody will see different things. And I just hope it will be good memories and good feelings about life. Yeah.
And I also think that you make us see the beauty of the world around us more than, because a lot of times we're just rushing through life and we don't have
Exactly.
time to
Exactly. Yes.
pause and just look around and enjoy the world. And I think through your eyes, we learn how
Thank
to
you.
pause and
Yes.
enjoy and appreciate the beauty of the world.
Well, that's how it actually started. I was, I think, maybe 14. It's kind of a little late for Russia. I kind of realized it was, for me, a big shock that I see beauty. The window with spider web, with cracked glass. I would stay and stare at it, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is so gorgeous. And then I noticed that other people don't necessarily think it's beautiful or don't even look there. So that's what made me start painting this, you know, amazing beauty which I would see. And what I like is actually finding beauty in where it's not expected. And here's, by the way, a good example of that concept that it doesn't have to be something which is supposed to be beautiful. Like I'm looking for beauty in unexpected places. So here's a boat, junk boat. You know,
Where is the boat in Half Moon
it's in
Bay?
Italy. No, it was in Italy near Bari.
Ah, near
In the
Bari, in
harbor.
Apulia.
Yeah, and it was just somebody's garbage. It was like, old fishing nets, broken chairs. I took a picture and then I looked at it and I thought, oh my God, it's gorgeous. So I came up with this.
Wow, that's truly incredible. And, and I think it's really important what you've just said, that um, some things that don't strike us as necessarily as beautiful or aesthetic, if we look at them differently, right?
Exactly.
With a different eye, we can see this beauty in a lot of things. As an artist, you actually draw our attention to these things and make us look at things at a different angle, with a different mood, and see the beauty where we wouldn't see it otherwise.
Exactly. That is my purpose.
What kind of advice would you give to a young aspiring artist or someone who would love to become an artist but is afraid or uncertain? What would you tell them?
Okay, I would tell them the truth. There's no necessarily financial gain in being an artist. It's very obvious. But it's so much joy and happiness to do what you love to do that I think it beats the money. I mean, you can make some money. You can teach classes. But if you feel like painting, drawing, creating make you happy, pursue it.
And something that you can't live without, right? Like
Yes,
in your
yes,
case.
exactly. Because that will make you happy every day, I wake up with happy expectation to paint something. I already think early in the morning what I'm going to paint that day. So nothing can beat it.
If someone wants to come out and see your art, buy your art, or take classes from you, where should they go? How they can contact you?
Okay, so first of all, I have a website which is very easy to remember. It's www. My name, silkart.com. So natasha'ssilkart.com, my website, which has a lot of images and information. I have my own gallery. We're now here. It's Half Moon Bay, Silk and Stone. It's on Main Street, 431 Main Street. It's open every day, 11 to 5. So if you want to come by, I'd be very happy to see you. I am here myself pretty much every Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and my helpers are here the other days. So you can come and visit and check my website. And I do a lot of custom work, and of course I do teach classes. I actually can show, I have 2 educational DVDs which I sell here in the store, and it's 8 hours in both of them of hand-on instruction. One is the silk painting for wearable art, how to make clothes, and this I would say for beginners, and this is more advanced level silk painting, fine art. So, and classes people usually set up with me either in my studio or in various locations. I don't have like regular going on class, but it can be scheduled.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yes, this is cami. It's hand painted. They're all one of the kind. I don't repeat my designs, so each one is different, and come in different sizes.
Wow.
And I also make this duster from different type of silk. This is organza. I make scarves, of course. There's a lot of scarves. It's actually klimped. I'm wearing one of klimped
Beautiful.
scarves too. You know what I like about it is traveling. You can put one of this, you know, in your suitcase and throw it on top of whatever you're wearing, something black, you know, or simple to travel with. So this I wear with scarf clip like this. I can clip it anywhere. Just will show you quickly what it does. It's really fun, you know.
Do people ask you where did you get this from, and do you
Sure.
tell them that you did it yourself?
I make it myself, of course. Yeah, so here are ponchos, and I also use 2 different fabrics. The sheer one, like this, is chiffon. This is crêpe de chine. They're all 100% natural silk. So ponchos are also, you know, you can wear them different ways. Like I can show you a couple of ways. You can put this part in front, you can belt it, or you can put it this way and make knot on one side, make it asymmetrical, right? And you can fold it because it is a square, it's 44-inch square. So you put it as if it was a shawl, like this. And
Wow.
yeah,
What a
you don't expect it
transformation.
because it's
Yeah.
not so obvious, but you can wear it
Flip it like this, right?
as a shawl, right? Yeah. So same idea with a clip here. So you know,
That's beautiful.
dress for the party, go to a restaurant.
Yeah, you can use the
Yeah.
same thing in 3 different ways.
Exactly, exactly. And those are the capes, which can be worn as a halter top dress, ruana, sarong, skirt, and many more. So those are big U-shaped pieces, which you can wrap yourself in. And by the way, all this stuff can be machine washed gentle cycle.
Wow.
Because I steam it, like I mentioned before. I steam it for 6 hours.
So you can wash and can you like should you tumble dry this or put on
No,
delicates?
no. You just take it from the machine and iron with hot iron, which dries it and same
Oh,
time
wow.
irons very easily. Because when it's completely dry, it's a little harder to iron. Also, you can put it in the shower. It, you know, with a steam shower, straightens it up, and it travels nice when you roll it. It doesn't wrinkle at all.
Wow, that's wonderful. Hope that you have enjoyed this video and discovered for yourself a magical world of Natasha'S Silks. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos on talented people, beautiful places, and interesting events in Pacifica, Half Moon Bay, Bay Area, and beyond.